Okay, so number 5 is like number 6, and also like number 1 and 3, where they're giving you information in the triangle and you have to use one of the equations in law of sines. So when I look here, I see angle A and side A. So I'm going to say sine of A over A equals, and because they're giving me side C, I don't know anything about B, I'm going to say equals sine C over C. So technically the law of sines has a couple different equations you can use. You can use sine of A over A, sine of C over, equals sine of C over C, or you can say sine of A over A equals sine of B over B. You can say sine of C over C equals sine of B over B. You can use any combination that will work. You're not using all three of them at once. So I'm just going to plug in the numbers that I have. Angle A is 60 degrees, side A is 9. I don't know angle C, but side C is 10, and then I go through and I do my cross multiplication. Right? So 10 times sine of 60 equals 9 times sine C. And then if I divide both sides by 9, I have 10 sine 60 divided by 9 equals sine C. Right, and sine of 60 we know is square root of 3 over 2, but I'm going to plug it in the calculator to get a decimal answer. So 10 times sine 60, all of that divided by 9, gives me 0.962. 0.962. And then to figure out what angle C is, because I don't want sine C, I want just angle C, then I can go through and say, well, let me use inverse sine or arc sine. So sine inverse of this 0.962 equals angle C. So I'll type that in the calculator. Sine inverse of my previous answer is about 74.21 degrees. All right, so I had all the information for A. Now I have all the information for C. My last piece is, well, let me figure out information for B. So I'm just going to write here that that angle C is 74.21. And now for side B and angle B. I'm going to use the law of sines, but I can figure out angle B right now, right? 60 degrees plus the 74.21 plus angle B should all add up to 180 degrees. So A plus B plus C is supposed to equal 180, all three angles. So if I put 60 plus, I don't know B, but 74.21 equals 180, then I can do a little bit of addition and subtraction. So I'm going to add those two, 60 and the 74.21, and then I'm going to subtract it from 180. Oops, minus 134.21. And then I'll subtract it from 180, and I get that B is 45.79 degrees. So I'll put that up here, 45.79. And then my last step to solve the right triangle, to solve the triangle, is to figure out side B. So I'm going to use A again, just because, like I said, it's better to use the measurements that you didn't have to find, just in case there was a mistake. So I'm going to say sine A over A equals sine B now, since I'm looking for B, over B. I'll just plug in everything I have. I know sine A is 60, side A is 9. I know the degree of angle B is 45.79, and then over side B. So now I have my third equation that I'm going to go through and solve. I'm going to cross multiply 9 times sine 45.79 degrees equals B times sine 60. And then once I divide by sine 60 on both sides, I can plug all that into the calculator. So I'll put what we already had on the left side, divide that by sine 60, and then I get angle B. I'm sorry, I get side B. Just type all that in the calculator. 9 sine of 45.79, and then all that divided by sine of 60 gives me 7.45. All right, so that means we have all 6 pieces of information. We already were given everything about A. We know about side C and angle C. Now we know about side B and angle B. All right, let me know if you have any other questions.